Hey guys, another quick video. I'm still out of town doing some traveling, and you got a lot of time to think and reflect and um, really consider life. When you travel, you're in a motel room. Um, most of the time I find it's fun. I like alone time. Um, this is the time that I like to think and really make some videos and do some writing, um, work on some of my projects that I've been doing that I hope to share with you soon. I read a couple things today I want to share with you. I'm staying at the Hilton, and right here on the desk here, I'm reading it right off the desk. It's called the Hilton Garden Inn Promise. Our goal is to make your stay better and brighter. If something isn't just the way you like it, simply let any hotel team member know, and we will make it right, guaranteed. Now, I think that's a pretty cool motto. That's a pretty cool statement. I wonder as it's sitting here on the desk in the room with the TV guide and local attractions and what they offer. How many people read the message and really think about it? They call it their promise. So that got me. By now you figured out kind of how my mind works. That got me thinking. I saved an article from a magazine I was reading earlier, which reminded me of a kind of a poem or some writing that a guy named Steve Maraboli wrote. And I think it's from a book, but I'm not sure. I screenshot things that I like that I know I can use later that give me some sort of inspiration or some kind of motivation. And I'm just going to read some of the bullets. It's called "Why Not You." Today, many will awaken with a fresh sense of inspiration. Why not you? Today, many will open their eyes to the beauty that surrounds them. Why not you? If you watch my last video about flying for the first time, certainly that flight opened my eyes, and it was a perspective that I've never seen before, looking down at the world up in the clouds. It was cool. Next one is today, many will choose to leave the ghost of yesterday behind and seize the immeasurable power of today. Why not you? How many people don't get today? How many people don't get the second chance? That so many people want. We put off so many things that we should do or want to do, have the desire to do. I spoke to a guy in class. I'm doing some teaching out of town. Spoke to a guy who's been in law enforcement for 40 years. 40 years. And to me, I could argue it either way. Well, you're one devoted individual, or dude, you need a life after law enforcement, because life does go on. That's why we have retirement. That's why we have investments. And I'm sure it's not the money for him. It's the sense of belonging. It's the not letting go of some of the duties and responsibilities that he's tasked for us. He's tasked with at his agency. He don't want to get out. And to me, there's so much out there to see. There's so much out there to do. There's so many ways to better yourself and be prosperous, physically, spiritually, mentally. And law enforcement is extremely stressful. Maybe he likes the stress. Maybe he likes the camaraderie. I don't know. Next one is today, for many, the burden of self-doubt and insecurity will be lifted by the security and confidence of empowerment. Why not you? What empowers you? What makes you stronger? What makes you tougher? What makes you more determined? If you don't know that, if you can't answer that, then there's some self-analysis that really needs to take place. With me, it's my family immediately, my wife and my children. the most important things in the world to me. And if I thought, what I was doing with traveling or speaking or teaching was impacting my relationship with them, I quit right away. But they know how much I enjoy teaching and working with people, especially first responders and leadership groups, and to people that really want to make themselves better. And I feel like I play a role in that. And to me, that's confidence. That's a powerful feeling, is to be able to help somebody with their confidence or empower them to be more active, to be a better first responder, an emergency service, a better leader. In this world, we need leadership. You can look at it any angle, any situation, from the business world, the college ranks, the first responders, our politicians. We lack overall severely good leadership in this world. And that's not a political jab. That's in everything. I see that. I went out with some of the instructors last night, our first night teaching here. And we went to Applebee's, and we order and we're having fun. We're talking about our life experiences, and some of those guys, have many years on the job and huge agencies. A couple of them, and we're comparing stories. One guy he's been a police on college campus for years, so that's a totally different environment. And we don't see our waitress for 30 minutes. So she finally comes over and she says, "Well, I'm trying to do your checks, but the computers are down." We're like, "Okay." She said, "We're rebooting them now. Should just be a few minutes." We're like, "Okay." So we just keep talking and hanging out, and it seems like forever. She finally comes over and says, "I'm going to handwrite your charges, what you owe, and figure it up." And by this time, we've been done with dinner for 45 minutes. So, our minds, we're all leaders at our table. She walks away, and we're like, at what point does the manager come over and say, "I'm really sorry for the inconvenience for you guys." And it's not like we're asking for a free meal. Some personal contact would have been the first step. The second would have been, hey, appetizers are going to be free. If it takes longer than 15 minutes to get you out of here, we're just going to comp it all. We're sorry. We want you to come back and eat with us. No manager ever came over. And we had to go get the waitress numerous times. Not only did she handwrite the bill, but she had to use the old-timey credit card slider on the paper, the carbon, the NCR paper, which I was surprised they even had that there. So they couldn't run a credit cards. They couldn't run anything. So, we talked about that today as part of the leadership block was, is that really what we're to? The basic service that should be good is a restaurant. They make their money because you enjoy their food, their service is good, and then you come back and you spend more money. So I think that's one of the reasons, at least in Virginia, a lot of our Applebee's have closed. If that's the mindset of the leadership of Applebee's, no wonder. No personal contact with a supervisor. Didn't try to make it right. And today, I've got the app on my phone where the card was charged, the amount. I'm like, what an opportunity that was missed. Yeah, it would have cost them a few dollars, but how many of our guys will go back to an Applebee's? Probably not. It's frustrating, to know that that's how they think. And we never said, we're pleased, nothing like that. We're just 5 guys out, older guys having dinner and, eating some mozzarella sticks and, some chicken wings and stuff like that. And they don't know who we are. That's not the point. I don't want anybody to think that that's the point. The point is the service side of it, the leadership side of it was terrible, and that it makes an impact. Um, Another one here. Today, many will be confronted by difficult moral choices, and they will choose to do what is right instead of what is beneficial. Why not you? Is there a difference between what is right and what is beneficial? Of course there is. Sometimes doing the right thing, you do it because it's the right thing, not because it benefits you. Even if you take a hit like the Applebee's stories, doing what is right instead of what is beneficial. Perfect scenario. Perfect. Um, Today, many will take the action necessary to make a difference. Why not you? Today, and this is the one that I want to end on, is today many will make the commitment to be a better mother, father, son, daughter, student, teacher, worker, boss, brother, sister, and so much more. Why not you? So many of the people that we deal with, they want you to improve for them. They want you to be the one to make their situation better instead of them saying, what can I do to make our relationship better? It shouldn't always be the mom and dad trying to course correct the kids, trying to train the kids. Sometimes the kids would say, how can I be a better son or daughter? How can I contribute more? I know I'm going to school, whether they're old enough to have a job or not. What is something that I can improve on? And if we could teach our kids to do that, imagine what they'll be when they get opportunities to really lead in society. I want you to think about that as I close tonight.